Dude, hold on. Let me show you guys something. This is gonna change your life, right? So when you're on your step for your foundation, this is how I place my foundation down. Just like that. And then as it's still on your face, you want to spray with your setting spray. Let it dry. Go like, let it dry just a little bit as it's still a little bit damp. You guys, this literally changed my whole life. Hold on. The funny thing about this is when I did it for the first time, it was actually an accident. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing, and I had placed my foundation and I sprayed. The spray I use is the Hangover, and the foundation is Fit Me, and this is the final look. It gives you like an airbrush effect. Duet me if you try, you guys.
If you wear makeup, watch. Change your whole routine and try this instead. Moisturize first. Then after moisturizing, take some translucent powder. I usually use the Fit Me one, and I just lightly dab it all over my face. Not too much. Then take some setting spray. It could be any setting spray. I usually use the NYX one. Take a primer and just put your primer. Also, wait for the setting spray to dry first. Then just put on your foundation and just see what happens and how amazing your fucking makeup is gonna look. And it's gonna stay on 24/7, and it's not gonna crease.
If your foundation looks like this, then pay attention. What this means is that you're looking cakey AF, and we don't want that. To eliminate this from happening, what you're gonna do is after you apply your foundation, you're gonna take a damp beauty blender and you're gonna beat your face for a total of 6 minutes. Then you're gonna take a tissue, put it over your beauty blender, and just blot any excess foundation off. This is a Wayne Gauze trick, and it is a life changer, I promise you.
Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. How would they know? How would they know? How would they know? I can't. I can't. Oh my god.
Makeup hacks that you need to add to your routine right now. Your foundation will turn out better if you correct your spots before you apply foundation with concealer. Waiting for the concealer to dry for a few seconds and then blending it out with the brush actually makes it more full coverage. Putting on an eye cream before you start your makeup will make your makeup look more smooth. If you want to elevate your face, make sure that the tail of your eyebrow is higher than the front of your eyebrow. Don't put on concealer until you're done your cream contour. Apply your concealer like this to slim your nose and elevate your face. Instead of baking, press the translucent powder right into the concealer. If you are baking, press it into your skin instead of brushing it away. Use dark brown eyeshadow instead of eyeliner for a softer look. If you struggle with putting on eyelashes, just cut them in half. It makes it so much easier. Lining your lips with lip balm already on gives it that natural pouty look. Like for part 2.
Whether you're a pro or not, adding these 3 simple steps to your makeup routine will totally elevate how you do your makeup and how it looks. This super bright, flawless look is way easier to achieve than you think it is. A lot of celebrity makeup artists do this. Literally all the biggest celebrities are sporting this type of look. Let me show you how to achieve it. Okay, you're gonna need these 3 products. A concealer 2 to 3 shades lighter than your foundation, a pink setting powder, and a bright pink blush. Apply the concealer under your eyes, on the sides of your nose, and right here. Blend. Now using your pink setting powder, set your under eyes. Only use this on the under eyes, not the rest of the face. The pink setting powder really brightens up your under eye, giving that bright, flawless look, just like in the photos that I showed you. Now apply the pink blush to the tops of your cheekbones, slightly dragging it under the eye. And there you go, literally 3 products and 3 steps. Let me know what you guys think.
Do you struggle with patchy makeup? I'm gonna show you 3 tips to give you a smoother base. Let's get real, guys. Hydrate and moisturize your face, period. Using a hyaluronic acid is gonna hold moisture and plump your skin. Apply on a damp face. Moisturize even if you have oily skin. I know Michaela's talked about this and it's one of my favorites too, the First Aid Beauty Ultra Repair Cream. Second tip, use a smoothing primer, especially if you have larger pores or texture. This way your makeup will go on smooth like butter. My 2 favorites are the e.l.f. Putty Primer and the Touch in Sol No Pore Blem. And if all else fails, shave your face. We all have hair and sometimes our makeup holds onto that peach fuzz. I have a tutorial on how I shave my face, go check it out. And if you like this video, follow for more beauty tips.
If you wear makeup, watch. Change your whole routine and try this instead. Moisturize first. Then after moisturizing, take some translucent powder. I usually use the Fit Me one, and I just lightly dab it all over my face. Not too much. Then take some setting spray. It could be any setting spray. I usually use the NYX one. After the setting spray, take a primer and just put your primer. Also, wait for the setting spray to dry first. Then just put on your foundation and just see what happens and how amazing your fucking makeup is gonna look. And it's gonna stay on 24/7 and it's not gonna crease. Try it on you and let me know if it works.
No. No, 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 no. Exactly.
I think the most game-changing hack I've ever come up with is I wear primer over my foundation.
What? A primer over your foundation? This really helped my foundation last long? Okay, so I'm not really sure how she's doing this, but I'm gonna go ahead and apply my foundation on this side of my face. Right, okay, we're adding it. So I'm taking, this is the e.l.f., this is the Jelly Pop primer, and I'm just going to place it over that foundation. I guess this could work, guys. I don't know. Okay, so it helps smooth out your foundation, but you can still see my pores on my face. I would say it's good for smoothing out your foundation, but as far as, you know, covering up your pores or smoothing those out, no.
Almost 30,000 people ask me how I get my skin like this.
I have never seen this done before. I need to see if this works. First things first, moisturize. And before she does anything, she puts a liquid illuminator all over her face. This is really weird. This looks like a really bad spray tan. And then she puts her foundation on over top and then just blend that in as you would. Okay, that actually made my skin look really glowy, but the last step is what blurs it all out, so just hold on. And then she just does the rest of her makeup as per usual, so I'm gonna go in with contour, concealer, and blush. And she just lightly sets her face with a loose setting powder. Okay, I'm gonna quickly finish my eyes before I move on to the last step. Okay, now this is where the magic happens. She just soaks her face in a hydrating setting spray, so it's like wet, and take your beauty blender with loose setting powder, just dabs off the excess to pack it in, and she pats it into her skin. Okay, I only did this half. Look at the difference.
Today we're talking makeup setting hacks. So I've got two different ways to show y'all how to make sure that your makeup stays on all day, looks like it's airbrushed onto the skin, and it's just not gonna budge. That's what we all want. All right, let's get into it. For both of the hacks today, I am gonna be using a damp beauty blender. Make sure it's nice and damp. You don't want it to be dry because when you use a beauty blender that's dry, first off, it's just not gonna give you the effect that it should. It's going to apply product a lot more harshly instead of nice and gentle and giving kind of that airbrush soften look. So make sure your beauty blender is nice and damp. Our first hack is going to include some translucent setting powder. So what I'm gonna do is just dump it over. I always like to put my powder into the lid. That way I've got a good chunk of product to work with, but I'm using the Hourglass Veil translucent powder. Now, a lot of the time I see people go straight in with a brush and just swipe it onto their face. Yes, that's one way to do it. But if you are really wanting to optimize the longevity of your makeup and make sure it lasts and it looks nice and photo finished, you want to use that damp beauty blender. So what I'm going to do is with the powder and the lid, I'm just going to press it into the beauty blender. And then very gently, I am just going to press the powder into the skin. Now I'm not doing this very hard. That's the biggest thing, is you want to err on the side of gentle and do not swipe. Make sure that you are just pressing the product really into the skin. Okay, you can already see we're starting to blur all those pores and looking nice and photo finished. So I went around the entire perimeter of my face, just pressing that powder into the skin. So I love doing this just because I feel like it really does give that photo finish blurring effect. But if you really want to make sure that your makeup's not going to budge, add a setting spray. Now, what I would normally do is just, this is the Makeup Obsession brand Extra Hold Makeup Fixing Spray. First thing, always make sure that you shake it up. But what I like to do is, instead of directly spraying it onto the face, spray it onto your beauty blender, give it a quick second to dry, and then you're going to lightly press that spray. I'm not even pressing, it's more of just a tap on the skin, and that's really gonna increase the longevity of your makeup. And there you have it, 2 different setting hacks to try out. So you can definitely do just one or the other, but if you really want to make sure that your makeup's not going to budge, try doing both of these tricks, and I promise you're going to be able to tell the difference.